Good evening, team. Ms. Ranjani, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
All right.
Okay.
Mr. Nito,
Good evening, sir. Am I audible?
yes, and Arun Mohan, please, let's go. You're on mute, Arun Mohan.
Hello, sir. Am I?
Yeah.
Okay. So, good evening, everyone. I welcome everyone to the 183rd web training series in association with our Bharat Sahodaya. So, let's begin by introducing our moderator. So, for that, let me invite our AI. So, here we go.
It's Jarvis over and over again, but in another form. Dear educators, Challenges in Early Years focuses on the teaching and learning of children in early years and the foundational stage, and creates awareness and a deeper understanding of the current and critical education issues such as dealing with the early years, their well-being, and teaching and learning in a multicultural society with helicopter parenting habits. Now it's my time to turn on one among my best AIs. So here I introduce AI Angelica to invite our moderator.
Good evening to all the exuberant educators. I welcome you all to the 183rd web training series of BTAG in association with CBSE Bharat Sahodaya. Now I take it as pleasure to introduce today's moderator, Ms. Sarita Warrior. She has completed her post-graduation in economics from the prestigious Fergusson College, Pune. She has done her B.Ed in English and economics. Presently working as high school teacher at Nalanda Public School, Mumbai for the past 15 years, where she teaches English, economics, and financial markets management. She is an avid reader, an amateur poet and scriptwriter who trains students for inter-school competitions. She strongly believes that education is not merely a profession but a true vocation that entails continuous hard work towards achieving excellence in one's students. She has rendered her services to CBSE Bharat Sahodaya as moderator in a number of sessions. She is associated with BTAG as the chief editor of the Transformers e-magazine. So I cordially invite you to take over this grand session. Over to you, ma'am.
Warm welcome to our Sarita ma'am. Stage is yours.
Thank you, Arun sir. Thank you very much. Good evening to one and all present here. It's a privilege for me to welcome all of you to the 183rd web training session that is being conducted today by BTAG in collaboration with CBSE Bharat Sahodaya Complex. As educators, we all agree that teaching each level comes with its own set of challenges. Each age group of children have their individual needs and requirements from their parents, teachers, and the education system as a whole. With young children, it becomes even more difficult because they are at the very first stage of formal education, and it becomes imperative that we lay a strong foundation for them so that the successive levels and stages can be built upon easily. In today's session by our very own Ms. Ranjani, we shall be dealing with these challenges and looking at them in a multifarious way. We shall be looking at the challenges faced by the teachers in handling these young learners and try to help them in their professional growth, expertise, and training, and discuss ways to support them. We shall also try to look at these problems from a child's perspective, because adults many a time fail to understand a child's outlook, not purposefully, but because we are genuinely pressurized with commitments at the professional and personal level. Young learners are the most precious wealth of our nation. And as educators, it is our duty to try and give them the very best we have to offer. These kids will be living in the future in a world far different from ours, and it's our moral responsibility to give them a good start early on. Keeping these points in mind, today we at BTAG are here before you all with a supremely talented and knowledgeable resource person, Ms. Ranjani Harigopal Das, who will throw more light on this topic and guide all of us in effectively planning the strategies to keep in mind while teaching children in the early childhood age group. As we move on to the next segment of our session today, our participants are requested to pay attention to the following set of instructions for the smooth conduct of the program. Kindly be visible and keep your mics on mute. If you have any queries, you're requested to please post them on the chat box. Ms. Ranjani will be addressing those. We also have a dedicated question and answer session at the end in case you wish more clarification. Kindly note that the certificate and feedback link will be shared towards the end of the session. Participants may avail the certificate by filling up all necessary details. A humble request to all of you to stay connected till the end. Thank you. Our program director, Dr. Abdul Salam, is on a relentless mission to bring about a revolution in the educational scenario in our country. And over the past 3 years, the bi-weekly sessions held under the umbrella of BTAG have helped countless educators in their quest for professional growth and personal development. Dr. Salam is presently working as the principal of Vibgyor High, Yelahanka, Bangalore. He is also associated with NABET, National Accreditation Board for Education and Training, Government of India, as an assessor. He is the founder and CEO of BTAG, that is Bharat Transformers Academy Group, a consortium of more than 6,000 teachers across the country and abroad, all of them committed to educational excellence. Sir is also a CBSE resource person and a master trainer. I extend a very warm welcome to you, sir, and request you to deliver the welcome address. Over to you, Salam, sir.
Thank you, Sarita ma'am. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Ranjani ma'am. Very happy to see you again.
Good evening, sir. Same here.
All educators, we are very blessed with great resource persons like Ranjani Harigopal Dasa. And we are pretty sure that you are keen to listen to her. We have had a mission to Finland, and definitely you will be benefiting from her experience and learning. So many things are being looked forward to. Definitely she will be able to give you what you are looking forward to. And on behalf of everybody, let me thank Ranjani Harigopal Das Madam for traveling with us for these 3 years, giving us learning experiences, making classes very progressive. So thank you so much, Ranjani ma'am. Equally thankful to Sarita ma'am and Arun Mohan, the entire family of BTAG, and all who have been traveling with us. Thank you so much. Let's listen to Ranjani ma'am. Over to Sarita. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Your words are always inspiring to all of us. I would now like to welcome one of the most committed and talented resource persons BTAG has had the privilege of being associated with, an educationist par excellence who's extremely knowledgeable and an expert in her field, Ms. Ranjani Harigopal Das. Ms. Ranjani has over 2 decades of engagement in early years with a master's degree in childcare. She is an NCFE approved cash assessor and a trainer serving the Middle East region. She also serves as a curriculum specialist for the BVM Group of Schools India, and as mentioned before, very, very strongly associated with BTAG and Bharat Sahodaya. On a personal level, Ranjani and I have worked together over many projects in the past, and let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor for me to be connected with her beyond the realm of education. On behalf of all of us at BTAG and our participants for today, I welcome you, Ranjani, to this session. Over to you.
Thank you, Bharat Sahodaya, family of Bharat Sahodaya, Dr. Abdul Salam sir, my mentor, Annie John ma'am, Sarita Warrior, and Arun Mohan, and the excellent participants, lovely participants who have come today to have a beautiful session on the challenges in early years. So I would like to screen share and get started because we need a lot of time because I have a lot of things to give you. Yeah. So thank you, Abdul Salam sir, once again for the opportunity. I'm going to screen share. Yes, if Arun can tell me whether he can see my deck.
Yes, ma'am. You're there.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So today we have this awesome topic, challenges in early years. Okay. And I would like to right away say, you know, what was the challenge? I got a little bit dressed up. Yeah. And then I wanted that pic on the deck. So I was troubling my son. You will take the pic and give me right away and I'll put on the deck. So that enthusiasm is there with me when it comes to taking pictures. Yeah. So we're going to see a lot of challenges now. So let's go ahead with the next one. How we have divided our portion of content is, we're going to see the challenges from the teacher's perspective, from the children perspective, both parents and teachers perspective, mental well-being and health of the teacher. So we have divided the content altogether. So, okay. So the first one goes like how to manage children. Yeah, basically. So a teacher, it's one of the biggest challenge, especially when she is in the early childhood sector. If she's an early childhood teacher, that is the biggest challenge. And then what happens is it becomes even more complex if there are some behavioral issues. If a child has behavioral issues, it becomes even more complex, even more complicated. So at the end, what happens is she becomes burnout. Can you see that? She puts up a help card and she's all down. She's burnout. Then there is a decline in the mental health. You can see this picture. Yeah. On her own, she gets succumbed to some kind of a mental imbalance. She's unable to even share with her peer. So she gets there at times. Teacher shortage. Most often, if you see in a class, we might not be able to give the right ratio, teacher and student ratio. Will not be able to do justice. Could be that. Look at the lack of professional development. If you all can attend a lot of CPDs like this and training session, I'm very, very sure we will not land up there. Yeah, there will be a lot of professional development going on. So if there is lack of professional development, then there is a dip again. And most important is the technology gap. The teacher need to understand what kind of updated technology that she can use to make her life easy. Yes, on a click of a button, probably she can extract the learning journal if she is able to feed the data on a regular basis. So she should be updated. So these are the basic challenges. Let's get to the next one to see what we have more. Yeah, the first one, as I said, faced by teacher in handling children. So we're going to, get started with this. What are all the possible difficulty do you think the teacher will have in handling children? Maybe she needs to understand the different learning styles, because we always say in early years that child is unique, enable the environment, and also, have the progressive education. We say all three. So when the children are unique, they don't have the same learning style. They are different. It's very obvious, right? And then staying up to date with learning technology. That's what we encountered. She has to stay up to date. What is going on? How did the learning style change? How can I, edge up to the new technology? That is also important. Then creating engaging lesson plans. Everyone creates lesson plans. Everyone executes. Is it engaging? Only the children has to tell us. Who can say it is engaging? The teacher can see it as engaging lesson plan if she can see the output in the form of children evidence. That is work. Only then she can say that yes, it was engaging. Okay, can I create random lesson plans? No, it has to fit my curriculum. So that is also a challenge. Yeah, I can't random take everything from Google and say, hey, Miss Google, yeah, let's do it. No, it doesn't work with us because it has to fit your curriculum, whether it is Piaget methodology or Montessori or nursery or early years or EYFS or CBSE or the national curriculum, the one which we are dealing now, right? It should fit our curriculum. Then finally, if we cross all of this, then comes behavior and classroom management. Both are two different spheres. The regular classroom management also involves a lot of strategies. And if it is going to be behavior management, it's a lot more. Time-consuming administrative work, pressure from school administrator. These are two things which on today's session, I would right away eliminate because it is something that the management will be doing. The rest of it, we will be doing it. But these two, time-consuming administrative work and pressure from the school administrators, these two things, we would recommend to any school that we tie up to help them on the training to tell that, please take my teacher away from that extra administrative work. Give her just one learning journal. She will create her plans. She will do the class. She will enter all the observations of the child in the learning journey. She will extract the report. She will do the PTM. There it stops. Again, she will do this entire circle for the benefit of the child. Do not give my teacher extra administrative work. So what happens when we recommend this to the management? They have a supervisor who is not in the teaching at all. She is only for that. She is only that person whom the internal supervisor report to. So that's why I said pressure from school administrator, we can do it from taking care by internal supervisor. She reports to an external supervisor. They have an audit. So they see, okay, everything is going on. So my teacher duty will stop there at the learning journey so that she is more productive. Okay. Whenever we speak about problems, there are potential solutions. We just don't talk only about problems. So let's talk about the solutions now. Yeah, you can see in the first picture, the teacher is so overwhelmed with a lot of things going on, to-do list, no weekend. Most often what happens is most of our teachers end up doing on Sunday. On Saturday evening, the family will be crying, Mama, come on, let's go somewhere. No, I have something to, there is a group, there a lot of messages are coming. They're asking for deadlines. I'm still sitting with work. You guys enjoy and come back. We always say that. No, that's not good, right? So we are also, in another couple of slides, we are going to talk about how to manage that home front as well as work life, the balance. Yeah. So she becomes like, your Durga Devi having so many hands doing a lot of things simultaneously at the same time. Yes. So it's very important. Find new and unique teaching strategies. Yes. If you have an issue, you must first find the solution. So whatever we said that different learning style, okay, let the children be different, no problem. I have a lesson plan which can cater to all 25 in the class. Because I have the expertise, I have the strategies. We're going to deal about that, okay? Motivate your students in classroom with the goals, rewards, and also challenges. Yes, they have to earn their rewards. You're not just giving it. Baby, if you want a star, you will earn your star. If you want a high five, please earn your high five. How? Do your good work, earn your high five. Yeah, we're going to talk about the class rules as well. Yeah. Monitor and track student performance with automated grading and reports. Please underline that. Yeah. Last week, I was talking to my friend. In her school, they are still taking an 120 pages notebook and writing each and every plan. Like number 1, circle concept. This is what we do. We use this. No, we have surpassed all of that a long time back. We never sit and write and all that. We can take notes how to do, but it is a proper printed plan for all the 10 months in a year, which is in the NCB, that is, which is in the portal. Yes, we keep adding, the curriculum team keeps adding all the nuances to it every year and keep polishing and keep enhancing. But we no more sit and write. Yeah, we don't do that. We have taken it up professionally long time back. So you need to have an automated grading and report system where every child's name is there, grade is there, all the subjects are there, the 7 areas of development are there. With the child evidence, you are just going to drop it there. It will create an awesome report for you to just take it and speak to the parent during the parent-teachers meeting. Yeah. You also have a track of what the child is doing. It gives different color, parameters to say that where is the child? Not at, already met, progressing, challenging, how it is. IEP, individual educational plan. The reports also generate individual educational plan where we work with the SEN department. Children who have additional needs. What are we doing for them? How did we do justice for those children for that one good year, X or Y in my class, through my lesson plan? My lesson plan is one. There are 25 different brains sitting in the class. I'm one single teacher, one A4 sheet plan, and I have 2 Sen children. How to create that plan? Yes. So this requires the different learning styles. You must acquire the different learning style, different strategies. We're going to see that now. Okay. Before everything that you would start with your class, please keep these daily routine in mind, which are very important. Yeah. These visual class rules I have been using for many, many, many years. They are still with me. Looking eyes, listening ears, take turns while you speak, high five only for good work. Ranjani loves you all. I keep repeating this every day in the class. The first thing in the morning is good morning, and then I swipe the card. So what happens? We set the mood of the children. We tell them what is expected. If you do the good work for the next 20 minutes, you get this high five. So I take this flashcard, go tap on their hand like this. Yes, I tell them I love you. I show this heart card. If they don't listen, I'll show this ear card. If they don't see me, I show the eyes card. If 2 or 3 children are going to talk at the same time, I show the mouth card. I keep doing this. So now they understood. They will start speaking and they will say, yes, I will wait because she's talking. What age am I speaking about? 3 to 4 years, 4 to 5 year old, early years, right? Okay. Look at the star chart. Children love the star chart and this magic wand. Abacadabra, magic wand, you get a star. When do you get a star? When you get this tap on your hand with the high five. Why do you get the high five? Because you did the good work. You must connect and tell that this is your classroom. Yeah, this is very important. This is a daily routine. Next. So we were talking about different learning styles. Okay. If it is different learning styles, then no choice than I have to enable my classroom or the class setting or the environment in different way so that even if I do one concept, my children will be able to do it with clay, do it with, fine motor skills, do it with literacy. See, my concept is just circle, for example. Today I'm going to teach circle. My children should be able to do with different materials, say Play-Doh also, beads also, the cards also, different shapes also, right? You're going to see all the pictures now. So let's first see this. Engagement. How do you effectively engage the children? Find out and exploring. That is something that they like. If you ready-made have the answer, if you enter your class and say, today we are going to learn this on the board, there is no excitement. You must do a kind of a starter activity where the child will find the learning objective in their own language. After eliciting the learning objective, you write on the board, hey, wow, you got it. Today is something we are going to do. So you first do a starter. That starter can be a magic box or just a pillow sling. The pillow slip? Put everything inside the pillow slip, tightly knot it with your earthen thread, and then take it to the class. Say that something is inside. I'm able to feel that, it is a bit thorny. Yes, I think, it is in the shape of oval, this, that. Finally, you can say that, yeah, this is a fruit. And then we're going to talk about healthy eating today. So they found the topic, yeah? We could show them, they will say, is it healthy or junk? Yeah, healthy. Okay, let's put it on the board. Today we're going to do healthy eating. Likewise, you can put your circle, you can put whatever concept, but that should come from the children. You will not give them right in the morning. Playing with what they know gives them the confidence. Clay is something that they know, Play-Doh. Yeah, beads are something that they know already. They should always start with something they know. After that, you should challenge them with something they do not know. Right? Pretending objects. They will pretend as if they are baking a pizza. I'm going to show you that picture as well. By the way, these pictures are not pictures from internet. They are from the real classrooms. So why I brought all of this is you are all very capable of making them. That's why. Okay. So let's take the one. Play-Doh. Okay. What you have to do? There are pictures. What they have to do. Look at the picture. roll it, pinch it, squeeze it, roll it. So there are two ways of rolling it. Roll it or roll it. Rolling pin is also there. Yeah. The pictures tell you what to do it. Cut it. You have the plastic knife. Cut it. You have the safety scissors. You can cut with those scissors as well. Right? And look at this one. This is pretty interesting. And last week I saw in a nursery, a learner had brought in. So I took a permission and took the picture as well. These are the jelly. In that you add in these sparkles or sprinklers, different colored sprinklers, and you hide your letter sounds or your number cards inside that. The child has to literally, push and then find the card. That is playing and exploring, finding out. That's what the picture says. Yeah, there are googly eyes, just water, oil, and then some googly eyes, and then it is completely taped. It will not ooze out. It is completely taped, and then it is given to the children. And what do the children do? They find the googly eyes. They will count the number of googly eyes. If children cannot count 1, 2, 3, 4 looking at the chart, they will count with this. It's even more difficult to count the googly eyes which is running in the water. Because they like to explore, they take that much effort. Let's go to the next one. Look at this one. This is an awesome engaging activity. We are talking about how to engage different children because they are having different styles of learning. That's why we are seeing these pictures. I hope you can relate. There was a teacher who came with a big canvas. Okay, it's a sheet and it had 4 frames. What she did is she took the googly eyes and she stuck on the frame. Then she took the droplets, the ink filler. She took the ink filler, she took 3 drops of paints and she just dropped it there and she gave a big straw. Then the rule comes. Every game there is a rule. She will have all the rules as visual cards and don't repeat verbally. She has it as a visual card and says only once. The next time only the card will speak. So she doesn't get exerted unnecessarily. She doesn't exert herself. Yeah. And she expects that discipline from her children. Yeah. She's strict in a very sweet way. So she said that the rule of this game is you will blow air. Let me see who's blowing well, but the straw should not get dirty, which means it should not touch the paint. For the 2 to 3-year-old, this activity was conducted. The children can suck, they can't blow. So she's teaching now, today's lesson is how to blow air. Because they have been taking juice, they know how to suck it. What will happen if they suck the paint? So she says the rule of the game is don't dirty your straw. The children are keeping it away because she said they were blowing it. It was awesome to see. Finally, she said that it's a beautiful monster. Look at the 2 googly eyes and the colorful monster. He looks awesome. So the children created the expressive arts there. Look at the next one. She has planned her activity plan. You can see the activity plan which is pinned. That's why I took this picture. It was already pinned. And anyone who walks in can see what she's doing on that activity for the children. She's that ready. This is teacher readiness. She's ready. She has the resources ready. She knows how exactly the plan will go. She has a provision for the SEND children, for the gifted, for the slow learners. She knows what exactly the fast tracker will do. She has a challenge basket. She has put in writing in this activity plan and she has pinned it up to the easel. Then she kept this, what do you call the pizza, whatever, the oven. She made it. And then, look, you can see small children hands, they were doing it. She gave them the safety scissors. She gave them color papers. They cut green for capsicum, red for tomatoes. Yes, they were able to show their scissor skills. And again, the risk assessment was done. Those are the safety scissors and not the adult scissor. So she does the risk assessment. In early years, we called it as the BRA, which is balanced risk assessment. The balanced risk approach. We call it as balanced risk approach. We give the scissor skill to the child, but it's a safety scissor, right? We help in the fine motor skill. Then these are wonderful. Just one, fridge box or whatever the carton. She has made holes and then, she has put all the bunnies inside and all the soft toys. And what is this one? The next one, the small carton box. She is allowing them to carry the weight according to the ability of their gross motor. Right? The children will get here to this first picture. They take the toy, put their hand inside the circular, the space. They take the toy out. They put inside this carton box. They segregate. If it is farm, they put it in one box. Wild, they put it in one box. Yeah, and then they put inside and they carry it. So she sees the gross motor. Are they able to balance properly while carrying it? How much they are able to walk with it? Yeah. All this fine gross motor are done like this. And the last one is a beautiful one. I had shared in a couple of groups also last week. This is a magnetic toy. It comes in different shapes, and teachers have ordered this on Amazon. It has small beads, so it also has a pencil. You go and write letter A. Yeah, open curve, go up on the same curve, come down to make a small tail. Only those beads will come out, and you can see the formation. If the child doesn't want to write, still it will serve as a fine motor. If you do it like this, all the beads will come. As I have taken, it's my hand and I've taken the picture. You can pop all the beads in. You know the bubble wrap children pop? Yeah, it's the same thing. They serve as a fine motor. These are the engaging activities we are talking about. I have more for you here. Look at this one. When will you teach your children that please be cautious, it's hot? You can't put your hand on the tawa when your mama is making dosa or puri or whatever. The plate is hot. How you will say? You will tell them through role play. Yeah, look at this. This is the setup of a role play. Children have toy oven and everything, but it says hot. You know what the children will do? They will do everything, but they want to take the pizza out. They call the nanny. The same thing they will do at home. Mama, I will make all this for you, but when you want to put it, you will put it and you will take it out. Because my teacher taught me in the role play corner that I am not supposed to put my hand inside. I have to grow up for it. Because here we teach them. Yeah, this is also important. Look at this mark making. You make several, it's just with a white paint, black chart, simple resource. You make different patterns and then you keep some pebbles. The children have to arrange in different patterns. Fine motor, right? Spatial skills. Look at this one. It's just a cake mold and then it's something like a giant wheel or whatever. And you can see the children were actually playing when I took the picture. You can see the floor on the, the mat, preparation mat. The children will knead it. They make the cake, they put it, and then they go one round. They go like this and they will choose the colors now. They talk about primary colors. They mix and talk about secondary colors. They are challenged. This is expressive arts and design. And the small wonder world, it is with every nursery here. Yeah, they create their own small world. It's a small world for me. They create everything. They create the pet, they create the farm, they create the traffic signals, they create everything. They create big buildings. You never know how many architects are sitting in your class, right? How many engineers are there in your class? But we enable them at the age of like 3 to 4 or 4 to 5 with such, demonstrations. So if you say that you have different learning needs, different learning styles, then you must learn the pedagogies. Yeah, it's not one strategy which can, satisfy A, B, C. No, it's different approaches. You can ask me, how do you think we can put in all the approaches into a curriculum, Ms. Ranjani? Don't you think it's difficult? No. That is why we embrace the theorist. We have Vygotsky, we have Maria Montessori, we have lots of theorists. We embrace, every time we embrace a theorist, we bring in what he says into the real environment. We also do the reflect and recommendation of the activity that we did. We'll be talking about reflect and recommendation when we speak on the professional development. So first, let's go with this. Okay, if you want your class to be engaged, your activity should be based on children's needs and not what you want to do. It should be based on their needs, their interest. How you will know that what I need and what's my interest? You will do an observation, right? You will get to know. You do an observation on the child, you get to know this. And most important is previous knowledge. Okay, let's take an example. What's a previous knowledge? If you want to give a letter sound to a child, the first thing, the lesson on the previous knowledge you would say is, let's go on an environmental walk. Yeah, let's see the cat. What sound the cat makes? Same way the letter makes a sound. So that's previous knowledge. right? Then theoretical perspective and proven pedagogical approaches. This is what we were talking about. Yeah, there are theoretical perspectives as well as proven pedagogical approaches. We are going to see what are them as well. Yeah, art of differentiation. Differentiation means it is not differentiating children, but differentiating your teaching skills towards their learning outcome. That is differentiation. Reflect and recommendation. I told you, once the activity is over, if it's going to be a 40-minute activity, you must sit and reflect. At least after the, the children are gone home, or, the home time is done. Must sit and, how did this activity go for me today? What are the shortcomings? What can I do to do it better next day? Because concept is going to go for 20 days in a month. 22 active days, 8 days go with Saturday and Sunday, the weekend. 22 days we do one concept, for example, colors. So we have 22 days to help all the 25 children in the class with their own learning style. If you can enable your class with whatever the pictures that I showed you, then it's going to be an awesome class, because 5 children will belong to role play, they will learn shapes. 5 children will belong to mark making, they will learn shapes. 5 children will belong to small wonder world, they will learn shapes. 5 children will belong to malleable corner, which is, the Play-Doh and all of that, the create corner, they will learn shapes. Everyone is learning shapes, but through different corners, right? Okay. Observation and assessment becomes important. What kind of observation you should do? How will you do an assessment? We're going to talk about objectivity and subjectivity in a couple of slides. Next step planner, very important. I did an activity. It went well. Okay. What's the next step? What is the next step of child X, Y, and Z? You should know, right? So that is also balanced risk approach. We spoke about it, right? Using the scissor skill or allowing the children to run in the outdoor, but see that small gate is always, locked. Or there is a soft wet beneath the monkey bars. These are risk assessment. If you're going to rake the sand, are there any plastic particles inside the sand? You never know, children can put anything inside their mouth. It should not be the choking hazard. That is balanced risk approach. So every nursery or a school or any earlier setting has a checklist called the risk assessment checklist. Every day the teacher will do it. Every day she will do indoor, both outdoor. She is very sure about her children for the next 40 minutes. Nothing is harmful for them. That's important. Let's go to the next one. So until now, we are clear. We knew that children are different. That is where we started. We knew that, yes, they need different learning styles. So I showed you different pictures to enable the environment. Okay. And finally, we also said that balanced risk approach is required for children because they are growing children. You can't always, pamper them saying that, oh, don't go there, you'll get hurt. No, you cannot. It's very difficult. How long you can keep under your wings? It's difficult. So you need to tell them. Now come strategies. You should first know how to group your children. If you don't want to, have a challenged class, then please have the understanding of grouping children. There is something called focal and a pivot group. That is, few children go with the focal group and the rest go with the continuous provision. That is, you have enabled your environment. 15 children, there are 20 children in the class. 15 children are in different learning corners. Literacy, numeracy, all of that. There are 5 children who are just next to you and working on a concept, say book work or writing part or whatever that you call that, it's a challenge for them. Then you give the work, you make them understand, you set the class rule, you keep the star chart in front of them, you walk and see what the other children are doing and engage them, because there are also lots of resources. That's how you swap and you help them. If you're done with the literacy, go to the numeracy. These 4 children get there. They have hands-on resources, they keep playing. Once these are done, the group which is done with all 4 will come to the book work. This is how you swap and do in 22 days in a month. You never have all the children seated and give all the 25 children the math book. Tell them that please take page number 17. Come on, let's do the first question. The answer is, you write on the board and they copy it. Or you say it with your verbally, and in the name of helping the children, the other person will say, oh, this is the answer. Okay, that's it, finished. Without understanding, because we are human, we can't be there next to all the 25 children individually. So take in pivot groups, take in focus groups. Okay, collaboration. So let's look at these pictures. This is collaboration. 5 children working on a puzzle is collaboration. They speak about colors, they speak about shapes, they speak about, you have the head, I have the tail, come on, let's attach. They have collaborative tasks to do. Next comes integration. What is integration? When you do the math, you speak about, if you do the circle, you speak about the sun, and you say sun is one. If you do the understanding the world, that is EVS. If you talk about animals, you count the number of legs, you land up in numbers. Or you speak about the patterns on the zebra and you land up in literacy. So integration, cross-curriculum link, doing one subject, but stepping into all the subjects to give some kind of an understanding that this one subject can be done with all the other subjects. Next one is differentiation. This is lovely to see. We are talking about pi. Okay, I'm sure that you know this pi that comes in the math. Yeah, we are early educators here. We might not deal for 0 to 5 or 0 to 8 years, but pi is a concept, right? So if you say pi, I remember apple pie. So there are different children here who understands pi in their own language, right? There will be 1 or 2 who can understand directly what you say, but there are children who will come in different ways to understand what you're trying to say. Allow them, let them explore. Finally, they will remember this, don't worry. Yeah. Don't tell them they have to remember only like this. No, you can remember this pi. You can remember any ways you like. Some children go digital. Some children go with coding. They are very intelligent, very analytical by nature. By birth, they are very, very smart. They will understand it differently. This is differentiation. Your lesson plan will cater to all of them, but the concept is only one. Okay. Next comes building on children responses. This is a skill teacher. You must learn this skill. You must somehow master the skill, because you do not know the set of questions prior hand. You never know what the child will ask you. You should know how to build on the child's responses. Do you know tomorrow morning 9 o'clock what the child is going to ask you? No. So you should be that smart to build on the responses. If a teacher can build on the responses, that children will start thinking more. That will lead to critical thinking again. Pretty interesting. Finally, you know what happens? We are talking about the Bloom's taxonomy. The child will wear a hat. First comes understanding, then comes application, then comes the analysis part, then you evaluate. Finally, the child starts to create. We have 25 brains sitting in the class at the end of the year to create something, not just studying and getting on to the next class. No, we are focusing on this actually. Yeah, every child should wear that taxonomy hat, creator hat. Yeah, I'm a creator. You can even engage your class saying that create corner, have a hat which says creator. You put on the hat and you work on something. You feel so proud, in the class sitting there. I'm a creator today. Yeah, you can see that smiles on their faces. So that's about that. We crossed one challenge for now, which is faced by the teacher. Now we have, Sarita was saying something that sometimes we can't understand what the children are going through. Yeah, I go with her. I accept what she says. Children, you never understand what they go through. When I entered last week in Abu Dhabi into a nursery there, the first thing that I saw is this easel board. Not all wounds are visible. Mental health matters, it said. Yeah, and right in the morning, the nursery principal was taking all the teachers and she was doing a jogging. Mental health. She said physical health also contributes. Come on, let's breathe the fresh air. Teachers, come on, come out, let's run. She was doing a bit of a jogging with her team. That's team spirit. That is leadership, right? She cares for her teachers a lot. She put the easel board. She said, not all wounds are visible. If you have any wound hiding inside you, please bring it up. Don't keep it for yourself. You are an adult. You have the opportunity to speak. Think about children. When they come up with something to say, we say that, shh, go and sit down. Because we want to manage the class. We want to earn a bit of a good name when somebody is going to observe and come. Yeah, you should never care about it. The observer, if they understand, they will understand. I'm very sure any observer who coming in, they know that naughty class is the best class. Yeah, they are very intelligent, they're very smart. And I have the class rules to make them quiet. I'm going to show you a lot today. I would ask you to take snapshot of it if you want, or write down notes. It will really help you. Okay. So we're going to say that faced by children, which adults might overlook because of their pressured work atmosphere. You have a pressured work atmosphere. You are not doing it intentionally, but you will overlook. What are they? There are a lot of things, emotions. Okay, what can I do, Ms. Ranjani? Yeah, there are ways to organize them. First of all, children are coming from home, away from home. They're coming from their home. Your school is another home. Please have a family tree there. Let the parents' picture be there. It will also serve you on the EDI basis, that is equality, diversity, and inclusion. You can also show, oh, there's a big globe and the woolen threads are going from different parts of the world. And children are coming from different diversified backgrounds, but we all are one in this class. Look at our class. So have this family tree. And can you see this? Children interest. The teacher has put a big blow up of children interest. When I got closer with my sets, I could see that, children pictures were there and their interests were written by the teacher, which means she has done her observation. She put the children interest. From there, she derived her lesson planning. So can you now connect with this picture and the one which I said previous slides before? Please plan your lesson plan as per children interest. This is how she has made it. It's a proven one. It's not from Google. It's from the class. Okay. So children interest will help in planning activities. Okay. Then when I say that children are going through different emotions, please have this kind of a frame in your school and say that I am courageous. I am awesome. I feel wonderful today. Yeah. And if you don't feel good, please have a corner. I feel shy. A bit of nervousness is there. I'm not happy. I'm looking funny today. Look at my hairstyle. Yesterday, my mom took me for a haircut. I think I'm funny. Children will take that funny card and say, I'm looking funny. So this is also another corner. These pictures are not from Google again. It's from the real setting. It's a black chart written with white paint, and children have different things, materials. If you feel funny, you will have all the pebbles and all that. You have mirror. Can you see 2 mirrors there? They will look at, you should see yourself in the mirror and you should say your emotion and you have to do something. So that, why are you doing all this to the children? They'll come out with their anger. They'll come out with their emotions. They'll calm down naturally. Then you should give them some cut sheets like this. They will draw and show how they feel. Look at it's a child's illustration. The child drew how she felt on that particular morning. And then you give them the small paper cups and then have this thread like a phone they pretend and they'll say, I feel awesome. I feel sad. Why do you feel sad? My friend pushed me. Oh, let me come and talk to him. They talk about things like this. It's a role play. You can see that emotions are coming out. If the emotion don't come out, if it is compressed, that is when behavior management, you end up with pushing, pulling, biting, pinching. When you can engage your children like this, and teacher, whenever you don't feel good, please stand inside this frame and say that I am awesome. I feel good. This is also wonderful for you. Yeah. It is required for the adult as well. Yeah. Need a change of thought, right? Okay. So we are going to land up in behavioral management now. Before that, you must tell your children that it's okay to feel mad. It's okay to shout. It's okay. Yeah. But don't hurt yourself. Don't pinch yourself. Don't pinch others. Don't push others. It's okay if you're sad. Come, let's find a solution for you to take out, you from that sadness. Give them something that they like, change the mood. That is okay. Yeah. So if you just say this, will they listen? No. Okay, let's do this. Hands are not for hitting. They are for waving, washing, yeah, coloring, painting, writing, loving, yeah, serving, helping, sharing. Definitely not for hurting. And then you must have this card, gentle hands and feet. If you put the children in the circle time, you should always say, because they try to, push with their legs, the other child and all that, you should say, gentle feet, Gentle hands. If you show this card, you should never always speak verbal. You should always show the visual card because they are children. They don't have the faith to listen to you. Please understand that. You can say once or twice, but you should always show the card and then say so that they remember, they take it as a picture, right? You should say gentle hands. So whenever you show somebody is pushing, you should show this gentle hands. And then you can always read a book for them. Be kind. Look at the book. You can read some books for them. These are strategies. Okay. If you want anything to happen in your class, please put it as a game, not as a rule. Play with it. You should say, when children are making some noise, you should say that, children, you free time, you can do whatever you like. But when I pop up the card, you should listen to me. Okay. So when you hear that kind of the noise, you should pop the card. Work quietly. You should show this card. If they're not sharing, if you see something, share. So you should play it like a game, not like a rule. Anything that you want to, imbibe, please play it like a game with them. I have many times told in my session, crisscross, applesauce. So you tap on your lap and say crisscross, applesauce. If you say like this, children will sit proper. Yeah. They must sit on the carpet with their legs folded like this. It's good for their health. The children reflect more naturally than the set rule. You don't have to be strict with your children, not required at all. Yeah. Yeah. Next comes behavioral management. Very important. Yeah. I had a lot of queries on this. Whatever the child does throughout the day, whatever good the child does, doesn't highlight. Can you see behavior alone highlights a lot? You get upset with children behavior because you're physically tired. You've been telling the child for a long time, the child is not listening. So now put all of them as rug rules. Rug rules means carpet rules. What you have to do, eyes looking, ears listening. These are all rules. Raising hands. Yeah, when they're doing the activity, if you have to manage all 25, if all 15 get up and come and push you and ask you, what will you do? Raise hands. I'm going to come to your place. You don't have to get up, right? Like that. Then if they behave well, in case if they have behaved well for the day, they are hyper students, you are given some activities, they are behaving well now. Now look at this last one. Focused. Today Jackson is focused. Okay, I met my goal. This is goal sheet for Jackson. He got so many stars. Next, what happened? On talk. I will say on task. Okay, so I've been doing an activity. I'm jumping into another activity. My teacher says, finish this and then go. If I am doing my task until the end, then I get, who gets? Owen and Derek gets 1 star there. Where do they get? I met my goal. It's a laminated card. Just put the star over there. These are the strategies. And most important is every setting has a calm corner. Look at this one. It's just a simple tent kind. And then 2 cushions. Some books are there. So the children will get there, sit there, and if they're very restless, they go there with the book. You must allow them to vent out in some way or the other. Otherwise, they'll keep everything inside and they will bite or pinch or push children. That is what is happening these days. First of all, before you put any rules on them, first of all, do you know about your student? How much you know about your student? Do you know their sensory needs? Do you know what the emotional, things are going on with them? Do you know the relationship of the child and you or his family? Any background? Do you know your child? First of all, please observe that. Based on that, if you have children who are biting, pinching with different behavioral issues, please have this. These are soft pads. On that, you have different sensory material. You know what is this? The scrubber which you use for vessels, right? That's the one. Scotch-Brite. What do you call? That's the one, the green one. And then this is full of those soft pom-poms. And this is full shells, and shells are of different shapes. And this is your grass, your plastic grass. Yeah. And this is the woolen thread. And this is your loofah, the one which you scrub your body for your bathing. Yeah. So you must have all of this. And you know where the children have all of this in a setting? They have on the staircase on the right side, where they can touch and then feel and then walk or climb the steps. Every day they do this while they climb and they come down. You can also have it inside your class if you want. So when they touch and do all of this, their sensory needs are, done. They wouldn't go and, pinch and bite and do all of that. That is why we have the create corner, the malleable corner, whether they squeeze the jelly or do all of this, they feel good about it. If you don't give the opportunity, naturally they'll go and, hurt someone because they have that sensory need. And this is a sensory walk path. You have pebbles, you have, the leaves, you have some sand, you have some barks, soft barks. They are not hard, they will not hurt the child's leg, because our 2-year-old children and 3-year-old children will walk on this. Small pebbles, a little bit bigger pebbles, and then nice mud, soil. Children these days, they're very finicky. They don't want to touch. No, they must. They must have contact with the nature. They must have a sensory walk. And other, balancing, structures like this at the outdoor. And look at the, why are these tires there? The children will paint the tires. They will roll the tire. They'll run. In the village, those days they had a stick and they were running at the back of the tire. Yeah. Those days, adults used to shout at them, "What is this game? You're running at the back of the tire." Now they have put with the sophisticated in the nursery at the outdoor. All the old practices are coming back. Please embrace them. Let's use them, right? Look at this one. There are activities for calming down. First of all, have this card with you. Calm down card. Show the card. The children will eventually learn how to calm down. If the children are not listening to you, go with the flow. The water should be there. The picture of the water, go with the flow, which means, please be with me. I'm teaching you. Let's do it together. That's the card. You have to, blind all the children, fold all the children's eyes, and then one child will hum. And then these children will find out which child voice is that. What happens? Listening and attention increases, enhances. Your behaviors will be managed well, all of this. These are the tips that we do in the nursery and in the schools as well. And the joke part is, one day we had 3 children hum together and the children were finding whose voices. It was so funny to hear them calling different names, but definitely not the 3 of them. They are yet to register their voices because they were doing the hum all together. So we kind of play. Look at the tweezers and different kinds of pasta and the child-friendly scissors, some pom-poms, some sticks. The earthen sticks, the broomstick. You paint it. You give the painting activity also to the children. It's very difficult to hold a broomstick and paint. It's not easy at all, right? It's not easy. They have to turn and paint. It's not a broader space. It's just a stick. It takes a lot of time. Behavioral issue children will do it. They like it. Eventually they will calm down, right? In case if the children is pushing or about to push someone, call them and say, "I can hum." Then they forget what they have to do there. Some naughty stuffs. Okay. "I can stretch." "Darling, you feel like pushing somebody? Come on, let's stretch. 1, 2, let's stretch." These cards you should have. You should not say verbally again and again. I'm insisting there. You can say verbally. You must speak to your children, but with the visuals, because the age is such. Okay. So that's about, look at this one. Very important. They are those stones, plastic. They are made out of plastic. They are not real stones, plastic. But the space will be broad when they are small. The space is less as the size increase. They will balance on it. When the children have behavioral issues, please make them walk on this. Okay. So that's about it. And then anything that you want to do naturally with them, please bring those strategies as a life skill. For example, child is very naughty, running around, not listening. No worries. Don't worry. Give them a table and ask them to wipe the table. Okay. Another child is naughty. No worries. Ask him to spray water. This child will clean the table. Right. So these are the things. So when somebody, you should role play. Somebody should drop the teddy. And what will happen if somebody falls down? Will you laugh? No, I should give a helping hand. So keep this picture. They will not push the other child. They will go and help the other child. Slowly, eventually, you will bring all of this. Wantedly, we arrange at the outdoor in the green field, that's open space, a lot of plastic cans, this and that, before we can bring the children to the outdoor. We'll say, today is cleaning day. Come on, somebody take the sack. And then the children will put all the plastics into one colored bin, all the papers into another colored bin. Yeah, they will clean the space. Why are we doing all this? Are the parents paying fees for children to clean the school? No, we are giving them the life skills. If they do it in school, they do it at home. Right. So that's about it. You can do gardening as well, right? Fine. Now, most important, myself and Abdul Salam sir were talking about this at length, right, in Finland as well, and a couple of weeks before also. Parents generally pamper the children a lot. They pamper their children. Okay. So what happens is, did he push you? What did he do? It is reddish here. Before even the child can say, no, mama, I actually caught hurt. Did that boy push you? Did anyone push you? No, because their anxiety will not find fault with the parent. They are anxiety. Probably it's the first child. Yeah. They have this transition issues, their separation and all of that anxiety. So many things. We're not finding fault with them. But we should make them understand. How will you make them understand? Call on a parent partnership to school, to the nursery, to the setting. Give them a tug of war with the other parent. That is the play. After the adults do the play, the children will clap and they'll feel nice, right? Now bring the children, their own children, and do the tug of war. What is this? Is this pushing? Is this pulling? No, it's a game. But if you really push and make someone cry, then I must use this. Gentle hands, gentle feet. That's the card. Right? If it is not genuine, if it is just the children are making it up because they are also very innocent, parents are worried because they are also anxious, then please bring parent partnership into your setting. Make them understand that there is a game for you. Do this. Yeah, mama, I'll fold your eyes. You know, come on, find all of this. Find the other parent. So when she finds the other parent, naturally you should keep some obstacle there. She will go on, a little bit, bump on it. Then we should say that, mama, be careful and all of that. In case if she bumps, then we'll say that, good, mama is very strong, very good. Then the child will see, oh yeah, if I go and bump against something, I should be like, very strong, very good. These are parent partnerships. So let's look into more of parent partnership. We are looking at resilient learners, not the ones who will be like, scared all the time, not able to say something, do not know how to share, less encouragement. Be more compassionate with children, be more protective with children, nothing wrong, but help them with small goals. Yeah, reaffirm them to say that I'm always there for you, but please, be strong, grow up, try to express your emotions. So these cards you must put in your setting, in your class. Okay. And one by one, you can do an activity on this, activity on this, activity on this. How to show gratitude? Okay, make something, go give it to your bus driver, go give it to your nanny, go give it to the auntie, who is helping, the IMA in the class. It's a gratitude that you show. Make something, go give it to them. Bring something, go give it to them. Encourage children to solve problems on their own. Very important. Problem solving skills. You must have a problem solving corner in your class. You should put visual cards there, scenarios of visual cards, one pushing the other. Children, let's solve this problem. Tommy and Jane were pushing each other. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Ma'am, it's not okay. Which card do you think? Quiet hands, gentle hands. The children will show. If you have shown for a week, the children will show, but you have to put it as a learning corner. Yeah, it's all about planning. That's it. Smart planning. Okay, next one. I want you to take a quick snapshot of this, please, because I'm going to go to the next slide. These are links for your behavioral management. A lot of therapy links are there. Lots of books are there, reference materials. Okay. Yeah? If you haven't taken, then probably finally I will put it on the chat. Yeah, finally, if you stay until the last session, we'll put on the chat. Now let's go to the next one. Both parents and teachers face this, right? What is that? Communicating with parents, lack of effective communication. You might ask me, what must Ranjini? Both means the same for me. No, If you want to communicate, first of all, you should know what to tell the parent. Most often, teachers might not be sure as to what they convey to the parent, and that invite trouble. Be sure what you want to speak. Know what to communicate. That's the first point. The second thing is lack of effective communication. Can you see the first card? It always takes the three: parent, teacher, children. That is student. All three should be there. That is when your partnership works. You need the child also, you need the parent also. They need you also, they need their child also. The child needs both of you. You can't go with the other person, without the other person. Okay, what you will do? Ways to strengthen through parent partnership and parent engagement program. The one thing is, it should be two-way communication. It should be transparent. It should be confidentiality should be maintained. That is the General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, we call it in early years. Whatever data you collect, you cannot go and stand next door teacher. You know what happened? You cannot say that because it's data protection. You can't, right? You are using that particular data only for the benefit of the child. You cannot float it in the social media. Send it on WhatsApp. No. Coffee morning programs, bring them in the morning and speak to them. After they drop the child, have a coffee morning station for them. Give them some coffee or tea, whatever they drink, and talk to them. How do you feel today? How is your daughter or your son progressing? Can I have some inputs with you? It's an informal way of meeting the parent. The next one, strengthen the diversity and ensure equality through activity. It's just not verbal. You talk about equality. We are treating equal. No. If you say that, please prove it. How? Through activities. So I would like to first say subjectivity on objectivity based assessment. Subjectivity is I am there only to find fault, or I am not satisfied with something with you. So, and my previous teacher, my friend who is the child's previous teacher has already told me, naughty boy, ma'am, very difficult. You have 4 children this year in the class. She has already filled my mind. Whatever I see, I will see only through her assessment. That is subjectivity. Objective is, see, she has a learning journal in her hand. She can see the learning journal of the child, how the child was in the month of April, June, July, August. Mama came in September. Mama, your son is here. These are the evidence. Mama, this is the next step planner. And we both are going to get into a partnership. Let's work together. That's the clear, definite next step, right? Okay. Let's go to the next one. So there are several parent partnership program workshops that you can involve your parent. You can bring them for some shows or ask them to speak about it. Grandma, grandpa programs, a lot of things are there. And you can also have, look at this one. This is the data protection. You have the learning journal of the child. You cannot float it everywhere. It's confidential. So you have that one-to-one interaction with the parent, right? And look at this one. The teacher, for diversity, she keeps the globe and she says that you are also here. You also came from here. You also came from here. It's all in one globe. And we are in the class. And then she also brings the parent, the parent of these children to the class. Look at the last picture or the picture above. And she says that, you know, we all are doing activities together. She'll bring the parents. She brings all the mothers together, the coffee morning. And then there'll be a small, simple activity for them before they discuss the, you know, real time, you know, situations in the setting. Yeah, very important for having diversity through activity. So if you say in this part of the world, we also celebrate Ramadan, we also celebrate Diwali, we also celebrate Christmas. Same way, we also celebrate in India also, we celebrate all of it. We also celebrate the other occasions. What is that? That is being diversified, you know, have a diversity in whatever we do. So that is also important part of the activity. Fine. The last bit. Faced by teachers due to lack of professional growth. Many people would say, Ms. Ranjini, I don't know actually, you know, otherwise I won't have committed this. Yeah, what is lagging there? Lack of professional touch, lack of professional growth. So the first thing for professional development, this is for teacher, is first of all, retrace yourself in your planning. Okay, review your own learning needs. I did this course. How did I use that course in my setting? What course am I going to do? What is the kind of research I have kept for? further in my mind? Can I seek the mentor's, guidance? Sir, I'm going to do this. Am I right on my path? Can you please check my steps? Am I lagging on something? Be transparent. Don't have any kind of an attitude or ego. The more you share, the more you grow. So set a goal, number one. Number two is create a metric system for you. This is what you want to achieve. This is for teachers' professional growth. Okay. If you say, ma'am, I really want to become the expert EYP. Okay. What will you do? First, do collaboration. Okay, ma'am, for a month, I will try collaboration in my class. That's a metric. Next month, I will do integration in my class. The next month, I will do collaboration and integration, both strategy, ma'am. Let me see 3 months. Like this, slowly grow. Have small steps. Can you see this? Start small and stay small. Don't overdo. Stay small. It's okay. Slowly, you can add up to your professional practices. Okay? Perfect. Because teaching is just not the faint of heart. It takes the dedication, the time, because you are creating life there. You're creating people there. They are going to become future. Sarita was saying, they are future for tomorrow. So you need to create them nicely, right? Okay. Finally, we started off talking about teacher, what she needs in terms of working. We spoke about parent issues. We spoke about behavioral management. We spoke about child's heart also. We saw the same easel board in child's well-being. Should we forget the teacher? No, without the teacher, nothing moves. She is the important person in the field of education. So if the teacher should not be like this, and if she has to be like this, happy class, yeah, then even you have to understand what the teacher wants. Not all wounds of the teacher are visible, right? It might be hiding inside her. Please find that out. How? First of all, help yourself as a person. If you feel that you are doubting yourself, whether you are there or no, first of all, stop doubting. Number one, take the self-care for you. First of all, think of your own good. Don't do charity. First of all, self-sufficiency. Be good to yourself. Feel good about yourself. Then do good to others. Because if you don't have something, you cannot give that to others, right? Create boundaries between home and work. You remove your slipper outside your house. Please remove all other things that you do outside the house and focus only on the family. Ma'am, how, ma'am? All the time we are with the reports. That's why I'm saying if you plan your class, if you do differentiation, if you take care all the nuances of an activity plan, you will not land up carrying work home. It's about smart working. It's not hard working. Hard working is never appreciated these days. Smart working is appreciated, right? The kind of planning, retrace your planning. These tips help you. Okay. Consider adding a new approach. Very important, teachers. Please don't get stagnant. There are a lot of things that you can embrace. Please add something new each day. Get inspired by others. Talk to people. Tell them what you know. Share with others. Don't keep all the skill set within you. It will become a gutter. It will start to stink. A trainer should be able to give everything. She should not have any inhibitions. You are a trainer already. That's why you are teaching your peer teacher, right? You are helping somebody, you're guiding somebody. Please give them, happily give them. Consider, put everything, every challenging day. Please listen to this. Every challenging day is to remind yourself of your progress. If you say challenging today, you have already stepped up for a growth, good growth, progress. It's important. It's important to have some challenges in life. Yeah, fine. And most important, if you feel all of this, please get to share it with somebody. Don't keep it inside. You can share with some mentor in your school or somebody outside whom you feel confident, right? If you have something, please take my WhatsApp number. Come on, share it with me. I'll be very happy. Yeah, perfect. Let's get here, right? So I think we are done. Yeah. So what we are going to do is, if I actually try to facilitate, to help you all understand how easy is to work from one's own heart than from one's own mind. Yeah, because dealing with young children, you need this. You need less of, you can be a PhD here. That doesn't help you. You need this. You need to kneel down before an earlier child and then only ask. Otherwise, the child will just walk away. Yeah, their PhD and other, accolade will not help. So what is important in a teacher? It's important to have professional growth. Yes, you must have always, those kind of targets in your life, but never forget that you will work from here with the early years, because that is something you can coin the children easily. If I've been successful in my endeavor for the last 1 hour, 35 minutes, then do connect with me on LinkedIn. My number is there. You can take a snapshot of that. Thank you so much. Thanks again to Dr. Abdul Salam sir and Sarita. Yes. I'll
Thank you
stop
so
the screen
much,
share.
Ranjani. Thank you so much, Ranjani. That was, as always, your sessions are a treasure box of ideas, suggestions, activities, and we never go away empty-handed. I think all teachers will agree with me that we have got a treasure box of activities with us today. Thank you so much for that. I'm overwhelmed because I'm not even an early childhood years specialist. I teach senior classes, but so many of these activities can be implemented in senior classes as well. That was really, really an eye-opening experience. Thank you so much. Educators, we now have the question answer session. Would any one of you like to ask questions to Ranjani ma'am? She'll be more than happy to help you. Please raise your hand and we can unmute you. I believe we don't have any questions. It was so very clear. Oh, yes, we have one. Ms. Smita Swami. We have unmuted you. You can ask your question, ma'am. Smita.
Yes, good evening, ma'am. Good evening, sir, first of all. And good evening, ma'am, Anjali, ma'am. It was a wonderful session. My question to you is actually, can you please help us with smart, how to work smart?
Yes.
Give
Abdul
us
Salam
more-
sir will have another session very soon on how teacher can be smart. Yes, don't worry. Yeah. We will definitely do it. Yes. Ma'am, I would like to say that if you want to be smart, the only one key to that is you should have a smart activity plan. You should know how to create your activity plan based on the objective, theoretical perspective, children needs and interest, differentiated activities, and then a good plenary, and then a recap. I mean a revisit. I don't say plenary and recap together. It is like the next step planner. If you do this, you end up here, and next what you want to do. So if you have this activity plan intact, then what happens is you become smart, because you will know how to enable your environment based on this activity plan. So probably in our next session, we can actually talk about how to craft an effective activity plan. Yeah, we can do that.
Sure,
Perfect.
sure. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. And
I hope I
can you
answered.
guide us more on students? Actually, I also teach high school students.
Okay.
So this was a wonderful plan, though it would help us with how to deal with high school children also.
Thank
But
you.
at the same time, actually, thank you so much, ma'am. This was
Thanks.
a wonderful and informative session.
Thank you,
Actually,
Smita
I
ma'am.
would thank Abdul Salam sir also.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks.
Thank you, Smita ma'am, for your question. Smita Menon ma'am, you can ask your question. You can unmute yourself.
Yeah, good evening.
Please unmute yourself, ma'am. You're on mute. Please unmute yourself.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Smita Menon. I'm from Choice School from Cochin. It is a very interesting session, and I have seen many teachers in my school actually use those flashcards of. They don't use verbal. I mean, they show those cards, and we do actually, instead of keeping on repeating the same instructions again. I have seen teachers who use those flashcards and get the children to do it.
Yeah.
My one doubt was for hyper children, yes, they really work. But children who don't actually speak, or they take a lot of time to come out of their shell, irrespective of whatever methods you keep trying to do it. Some children, they just refuse to, even speak, or it's very difficult for us as educators to understand if they have understood the concept which we have taught them, or
Yeah.
for such children, I mean, you will not call them children with behavioral disorders because probably it'll take them time to come out. But
Yeah.
how to deal with such children?
Yeah, so that is something that we call as PSE needs, personal, social, emotional needs. It's one of the main parameter that comes under the prime area of learning. We have 7 areas of learning in the early years. The first 3 is PSE, the physical development as well as the communication language. PSE comes first. There are some children who don't fall under the spectrum of behavior issues, but fall under the spectrum of PSE issues. There could be some kind of a background. Either they are scared about something, they're not sure about what they think, or they need that time to come out of their shell. So teachers like us, we plan show and tell activity. So initially when they come in, they have their pet teddy bear or toy or whatever, car or boat or whatever. We keep them almost close to our chest and they will speak. After that, they will hold our hand and speak. After that, they sit next to our chair and speak. After that, we little bit go away and they speak. Slowly, we plan all of this for those children. They slowly speak. They little bit, they speak. We add words. They speak. We add words. We do the show and tell for the first 1 or 2 months. Later on, they will say they will hold our hands. Slowly, we'll wean them off. We get them out of that particular zone. This is completely to do with PSE. Yes. Otherwise, it has to do with some kind of a speech delay, which is something called early intervention. At the age of 2, we do a progress check in early years as per the EYFS. So if we find something with speech, we do the therapist, we have the therapist and the SEND department to help. Or if the child is so sound, all good, parents sometimes say, ma'am, when no one sees, she kind of, goes bindas and she speaks. Oh, lovely. Now what you have to do is put a mirror in the class. Let the child see the mirror. Yeah. And the teacher is always there next to you. Slowly work out on the PSE. I can also share some tips on PSE. If you could take my number, whatever research that I would have made, I will send it so that will be of some use to your teachers.
I will just take down your number also so that I will.
I'll put it on the chat. I'll put it on the chat. Yeah, perfect. I'll put it on the chat.
Thank you, Smita ma'am, for your question. Akshata ma'am, you can ask your question.
Yes.
Hello, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Myself Akshata. I'm from Jindal Vidya Mandir School, Vashin.
Hi, ma'am. Hi.
Yes, I'm a pre-primary teacher. Actually, I'm facing an issue that in my class, one girl is there. She's excellent in studies.
Okay.
And the parents' expectation is that I have to get her beyond her grade, like grade 1, grade 2, like that. She should get a knowledge of that also. And we have to stick to the early education for the children, and leaving her other children are there, they are also in the same level, but we have to go through the curriculum which is there for the early education. But the parents' expectation is that she should know from the grade 1 also all the knowledge she should get in the same section. So I have to face the problem now. What suggestion you can give it for this?
You mean you want to speak to the parent, right?
Yes, parents also and the child also. The child also should not suffer. She is excellent in all her, but I have to stick to the curriculum which is there for early education. Yes. So I can't go beyond that, and she knows more than that.
Okay.
So there I face the issue.
Yes. So this is something we call as challenge basket in early years. Okay, we have a couple of activities as per our activity plan or the lesson plan. We have something like a challenge basket that we take a little bit from the higher class and put it in for this class. It's a basket, challenge basket. It's just not for that one child X. It's for all the 25 children, because we don't want even one child to keep roaming around saying that I'm done for the day. There's nothing more that the teacher can teach. So we have a challenge basket. So that challenge basket should not be the curriculum of grade 1 also. Yeah, it should be somewhere midway, that is beyond KG2. That is, if the child is in UKG, if the child is going to transition to grade 1, it should not be from grade 1, but it should be more than what a KG2 child can do. You should take such challenge basket. Okay, there are lots and lots of ideas. That is the same concept like 3D shape. Okay, let's take the example of 3D shape. 3D shapes are fat. 2D is flat. That's the difference. That's how you teach children. Flat, fat. If you say that, children will understand 2D and 3D, right? So 3D, in 3D, you should make the child understand about the different styles of making the 3D shape, which is inside that challenge basket, which will take 15 minutes for her to even understand. Give that to her. Okay. Is she the only one can do that? No, the other child will do by observing this child. So he also is prepped up to, get into the challenge basket. A challenge basket is the real earthen basket, with all that earthen stuffs, materials, and it has a thumbs up and a smiley. So every child eye is always on the challenge basket. If I finish all 4 activities, my teacher will give that. It's not just for the child. So you can tell the mama that, Mom, we have already started to give the challenge basket for the child. Yeah, she is edging up for that, and you make her a mentor for the other children. She can teach the other children. How did she crack that challenge basket, so that she is even more engaged. If she says 10 times how she did it for the 10 other children, then it is even more interesting. You can try that. Even with the parent, you can go at ease, because parent at the end of the day is a parent. Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Thank you, Akshata ma'am, for your question. Priya Rajman, you may unmute yourself and ask your question, please.
Yes. Hello, ma'am. My name
Hi.
is Priya Raj. I'm from Kollam.
Hi.
It was a wonderful session, ma'am. Got a lot of information from you, especially the 5 things which you have hand raised, that heart and all. It was a wonderful thing. Thank you so much, ma'am. First of one query was asked by Smita ma'am, out of which I got like 60 to 70% of answer. I got it from her. You told that if you repeatedly ask questions or talk to that person, that child, he will revert. So I have a child in my class. He for the first 2 months he was entirely not speaking any of the word. But the parents were saying that the parents are doctors, and say that he used to speak everything at home. But the child only speaks 1 or 2 words like father or something else. But he never talked more than that. But due to with the practice, he says when we call him, and like A1, he's in LKG. So other than that, ma'am, he is not at all active in the class. He never he never responds in the class. He don't listen anything. Only if you say that your father is going to come, then only he revert back if we speak to him anything related to the academic or anything. Only one word question, one word answer he speaks. No, not in sentence. So how to deal with this thing?
Yeah, I'll answer this question in 3 parts. Number 1 is, if you say your dad is coming, then he would say something. Let's not use the dad as a scarepot. Like, let's not use him like a scare spot where only if you take the name of the dad, the child will speak. No, first let's take that off. Yeah. The child should never get into a cocoon where, oh, my dad is coming, only then I can do this. So when my dad is coming, I will even hide something that I'm doing. So unnecessarily, let's not give that part. That's number 1. Number 2 is, you can encourage the parent positively to ask for videos when the child is doing many things at home, right? It should not be doubting the parent. Oh, ma'am, is he speaking at home? Not here. So send the video, let me check. No, it's not like that. Ma'am, he will be very happy to see his own video in the class, and his friends will feel very happy. Or you can even create a scene kind, Children, all of you are going to go at the outdoor with your mom to the park and speak, with your teddy bear or something, and I want the video. It should be for the whole class. It's okay to help one child. You can do something like that, and it's going to benefit the other children as well. Bring that on board. If you could do that, then what happens is you can show this particular video to the child. See his emotions, how he feels. Does he feel good about it? I'm pretty sure the child will feel shy. He will look here, he will look here, he will do this, he will do this, he will smile, he will do 100 things. He will also run away from that place. Then it's a PSC again. Again, it's the issues with the PSC, right? If he is unable to speak in sentences, if you keep a cat picture, a home or a house, or the child's picture, then he will say only cat. So slowly you should add a picture for him to speak. Cat, home, chocolate, this and that. I like chocolate. The child will speak on his own. Yeah. So you should keep adding pictures for the child to speak. You understand?
Yes,
Slide.
ma'am.
It's a picture of a slide. The child name is Arun. Picture of a slide. Arun is there. Mama is there.
Okay.
Arun and Mama went on a slide. Picture. From picture reading, he will start verbalizing. Try that and see. If not, let me.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, one more doubt I have. I have one more child. He is good in NS numerical skills, and he is good in general awareness, but he is not at all able to understand English alphabets as well as the color. I think color blindness. He only identify the color orange and the color red. Red because of Santa Claus. He know only because of that red color, and he identifies only the orange color. Whatever color we show him, he only identifies it as orange color. So how to deal with that type of children?
Just see whether the child likes something else other than Santa Claus. If the child likes Santa Claus, give a green band for the Santa Claus. Doesn't matter. Santa Claus will not feel bad. Give something for the Santa Claus to wear. If the child likes Santa Claus, or if the child likes teddy bear in the class, right? So give such colors. It is definitely not color blindness, at this age. Definitely, if it is not the kind of the sickness that the child already has, if the parent has reported to you on something like that, if they have done some early intervention. Otherwise, let's not say it is color blindness. No, the child is yet to associate with the color. That's all. Probably his preference is orange. For so many years, I've been looking. I like to bring Santa, and I was always going at the back. Orange frock, orange chudidar, orange sari for a long time. Later on, I changed. So I did not have the color blindness, just that the preferences were very strong. Okay, try that. And then for literacy, if he likes numbers, right? If he likes, if you want him to do literacy, put the number, the literacy, the letter cards like A, B, C, D, and ask him to count the number of cards, and then say how many A cards were there, how many B cards were there. If he likes literacy, go through literacy and approach. If he likes numeracy, go through numeracy and approach literacy.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Priya ma'am, for your questions. And Ranjini, those were brilliant solutions. Who would have thought about giving Santa a green color? That was so brilliant. Thank you so much for that. Any more questions, dear educators? I believe we are done because such beautifully explained. Okay, we have one Miss Saleha. Ma'am, you can unmute yourself and ask your query.
Yeah, thank you so much. Actually, I'm been traveling, so I can't on my video. So Ranjini ma'am, just wanted to ask, like in our section of LKG, we have a child with autism.
Okay.
Autism. So like we are not able to handle that child properly. We approach to parents, and parents, like for few days they had been to occupational therapist and took some consultation, and after again they take a break and the child doesn't come to school, and whenever he comes to school he's completely disturbed. So we are not able to handle this situation. How to go about?
Yeah. So with regard to additional needs children, Miss Saleha, right?
Saleha.
You can
Yeah,
mute
Saleha.
on your end so that we can speak, so that everyone can. Yeah, that's a background. Yeah, thanks a lot. So with regard to SEND children, special educational needs children, 3 people have to work. One is the earliest practitioner, that is the teacher. Okay, she has to make an observation. There are different kinds of observation. For example, there is an ABC format observation only for behavioral needs. Like that, you have special needs, disability or special need support observation. First of all, you need to observe the child for 2-3 weeks. You must consult that with the SENCO. Every setting must have a SENCO department. You must consult with the SENCO department. The SENCO, the therapist will come, the person for autism, she will come and observe. And then both you and the special educational needs coordinator, as well as the principal, will sit with the parent and give her an understanding, take her inputs, because probably the child is having the other professional outside whom you just mentioned that she's taking somewhere. His inputs are also required. You must put all these 3 into the activity plan now. That's important. So the Senko also gives you ideas. Mama also giving you feedback because she's taking the child somewhere, right? And then you must also guide the mama that, mom, please be regular to the class, because now all 4 of us officially we are getting into a call and we are going to work. The child is at the center. There is something called a graduated approach in Sen. There is slowly, you will graduate on the progress of the child. So it needs to be consistent, mama. So please, other than, important reason, don't, absent yourself. That is, don't help the child, please help the child to be regular to the class. Let him not be absent. We're going to work on this. Small steps. After that, one review call will be there. Review the call, add more steps, small steps, review. For 1 good year, this has to be done. Then you can see progress. Otherwise, no matter whoever it is, we will waste the child's, progress, keep the child in our class and then put an anecdotal file for the child saying that this, and send to the other class. It's not going to be of use. So Senko, other professionals, parent, EYP, that is the teacher, as well as the mentor, that is the principal or the nursery principal or the school principal, they must get into a proper graduated approach. And then observations are must. Even the previous teachers who were asking me on different behavioral issues, even to you, ma'am, you must have the observation. Without the evidence, we should never speak, right? And we never term a child if we do not know that the child is autistic or ADHD or whatever, hyper or all that. We're not supposed to say. Only the therapist can say. Even if we say, we must immediately get into early interventions and graduated approach. Did I answer you, ma'am? Is it okay for you? Yeah.
Thank you so much. I think we have no more questions now. Sir, can we wind up the session?
Yeah, please.
So thank you, Ranjini, for that wonderful session. As always, you never ever fail to disappoint us. And I'm sure all of us who have joined today and have the privilege of attending this session will agree that it was very, very enlightening. My key takeaways are that when you fail to plan, you're setting yourself up for failure. So planning is of utmost importance. And you need to take care of yourself first, because you cannot give out of an empty cup. So it's so important to take care of yourself first. And working smart is more important than working hard. And above all, I realized over my personal experiences as well that small children, young children, they have a way of humbling. They let you know exactly where you stand, because this is one particular incident I love to share. I teach grade 10. I go on a substitution to grade 1. I stand outside the class. My class 10 students never have a problem. They settle down immediately. My grade 1s are always running around. I look at them and ask one question. Can you see the teacher in the class? And the child looks at me and tells, so what? Believe me, that was the most humbling experience in my life when I realized that I cannot deal with young children the way I deal with grade 10. It's not his problem that I am in his class. It's my problem that I am in his class. So this is wonderful. Dealing with young children is a challenge, but it's also a very, very gratifying experience. Thank you so much for this wonderful, wonderful session. I would also like to thank Abdul Salam sir for planning and organizing such sessions week after week. Thank you, sir, for your commitment and your unparalleled support and guidance. Arun Mohan, what can I say? I know how hard you work behind the scene for each and every session, providing us the much needed technical support. Thank you so much for that. For all our participants who have taken out time from their busy schedules and joined us on a Saturday evening, thank you so much for joining us. Your encouragement and support mean a lot to us. So I hope you all have noted down the attendance and the feedback link. Sir has shared it once again. You will also get the opportunity to get a certificate. Please do so. So it's all, I'm done from my side. Thanks once again, sir. Over to you.
Thank you. You can also invite any of the participants to wind up as well, if anybody is interested.
Would anyone like to wind up? We'll be more than happy to have you speak for us.
Yeah. By the time you're thinking, there are just 2 more questions on the Q&A column here. I'm just trying to, we dealt about this. Ms. Rajni Sharma has asked, kindly suggest some ways to keep the students engaged and not to feel bored during the classroom teaching. This was something that we spoke on the first 3 slides about student engagement, and we gave practical examples. Okay, so ma'am, that's the one. Another question is biting, putting objects inside the mouth. That's the something that we spoke on, the sensory wall. Sensory walk and the sensory wall, and squishing the the jelly with the the colorful what do you call the sprinklers and all of that. If children can get to do all those sensory, then they will not bite or put objects inside the mouth, because it's their sensory need that they are doing it. Okay, just wanted to, yeah, only 2 questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Ranjini ma'am. As usual, you can see right from the beginning, excellent, excellent, excellent. Also in the feedback form, I could see more than 90% excellent.
Thank you.
Because you have given solution to every problem, which I could see. All the problems faced in the classroom are given solutions. And to the participants, sometimes they may get skeptical. How can I do this?
Yes.
It's not gonna work out.
Yeah.
So let us not be skeptical. Let's bring about the change, right? That's what we are trying to. We are spending our time, our energy and all these things for the sake of bringing about change in the lives of people.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Ranjini ma'am, for being a cause of it. Definitely you will be remembered. You will be there in everybody's heart.
Thank you.
So passionate and lovely educator.
Thank you.
And also these takeaways should be taken seriously to implement, so that they are going to add to your professional growth. Am I right?
You're right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Let us see change in your classroom, in yourself first, then work along with your colleagues through collaboration and all. I must suggest that every school should have a Ranjini.
Thank
Right.
you.
I agree. I second you, sir. I second you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Abdul
Actually,
Salam,
we are,
sir.
we are creating more Ranjanis. That is your mission, right? Yes.
I was about to say that, there are a lot of enthusiastic participants here. They need a little bit of a scaffolding, and probably, sir, we should take up the next session as how to craft a creative and effective activity plan. Looks like they need a hands-on on the activity plan. Probably we can keep that as our next topic and invite more people to attend that. And my sincere thanks to Sarita. Thank you, Sarita. Thanks to Arun Mohan and Annie John ma'am, and my mentor, Dr. Abdul Salam sir. If not for him, I do not know what I'm doing or what I'll be doing. He has given a lot of encouragement and exposure for me to share what I know. It's very important. You need such torchlight in your life to help you, that yes, you can share. Yes, you can share. Yeah, I can see that you have something to share. So just like, we are good teachers for our children. We have a good teacher here. Thank you, sir. I'm always indebted to you. Thanks.
I think, Ranjini ma'am, we have to thank only one, the God who has connected.
Thank you,
right?
sir. Yes,
So it
you're
was
right.
so coincidental that,
Yes.
we got
Yeah.
connected, and
Yes, sir.
definitely we have benefited a lot
Yes, sir.
for the educators, early
Yes.
years especially.
Yes, sir.
Definitely a smart educator like you can make others smart. So we will have a smart session next time.
Sure, sir. Always, anytime for Bharat Sahodaya and Abdul Salam sir and the whole family of Bharat Sahodaya. Thank you, teachers. We again request that you please implement all of it. Okay, if you have difficulty, write to us. That's what I'm saying. Write to us on where did you really get stuck, and that will be an impetus for us to put another session for you. Only if you implement, we will understand. The same thing, reflect and then recommend what you want. Let's put the next step planner for you. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Sarita ma'am,
Thank you, sir.
for your working with Ranjini ma'am and leading the session from the beginning. Thank you so much for nicely, gracefully done. And also to Arun Mohan. Thank you once again, everybody. Good night. Keep in touch.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Sarita.